Right, and so it's Overwatch weekend here in Singapore, and if you haven't started playing the game, why not? Very soon I'm going to be talking to one of the developers who's come in all the way from Blizzard HQ, Bruce Wilkie, and let's see what he has to say about the game, and I've got a very special question for him. I'm here with Bruce Wilkie, who's one of the principal engineers who worked on Overwatch, basically Blizzard's new IP in 17 years.
17 or more, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Right, Bruce, what was it like to work on something that's so new? I mean, nothing's come out. No new IP has come out. So what's it like to work on something that's totally different?
It was a great opportunity. When we were first coming up with the ideas and the pitch, really, for Overwatch, there was a lot of ideas tossed around about what we would do and what we would make. And at the end of the day, we knew we needed to make a game that we were all passionate about, a game that we really felt inspired to work on. And that's really how we came up with Overwatch. The idea of, let's make a game with lots of heroes, a game that has a vibrant world, the maps are colorful,
right,
and that's really team-based and shows that working together can be a whole lot of fun.
And it's something that's very different from what Blizzard's done before in terms of game mechanics. How did that come about?
The fact that it's an FPS?
The fact that it's an FPS, yeah.
We thought it was about time Blizzard made an FPS. Really, that's what it was. We're like, right, we know we can make an FPS. We all love, there's a huge amount of FPS players at Blizzard, especially on Team 4, the Overwatch team.
Right.
And we were like, we can do it. We know we can do it. Let's do this.
Okay, then other than being an FPS, Overwatch has got that very iconic Blizzard look. But how does it stand apart? To you, how do you say Overwatch stands apart from everything else that Blizzard has? The Warcraft series, the Starcraft series. What makes Overwatch different in its own way? Yeah.
So, we take a lot of inspirations from many games from outside of Blizzard, of course, inside of Blizzard as well. So it is different. Obviously, it's an FPS.
Yep.
StarCraft, WoW, things like that aren't like that. It does have a lot of similarities, though. The art style, it's like, if you look at it, it's a Blizzard game, and you can recognize it. So there's a lot of similarities. Yes, there are differences, and I think that's what sets it apart. Like, it's an FPS. It's very team-oriented. We have some of these hero abilities that are just over the top and epic. And I think, if anything, that's probably what sets it apart. But at the same time, it does share a lot in common with the other Blizzard titles.
Right. And speaking of the heroes, you've got 21 different heroes, and each one of them very unique. How's that process like, coming up with 21 different heroes?
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. Our game designers, Jeff Goodman and Scott Mercer and some of the other guys, they're really great, and they're very collaborative. So we'll actually have big meetings where anybody can just come in and say, wouldn't it be great if we had a hero that did this? And then even if that idea isn't good, they'll still listen to it. And then if it's only half finished, they'll take that idea and riff on it and just make something amazing. And that's pretty much how the heroes got created. It's like this collaborative idea soup, if you will. And then at the end of the day, the designers distilled it into this amazing game.
Right. And along the same vein, are we going to see new heroes?
Yeah, so as we've announced, there will be new maps and heroes coming to the world of Overwatch. And it will be free. We're not going to charge for that. We're not going to fragment the community base. And it will be coming to the consoles and the PC as well.
Great. You know what? Thank you very much. I hope you've had a great time here.
Thank you.
What would it take for me to be the next hero in Overwatch?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that today. We can take inspiration from anywhere for our heroes. You never know what's going to happen.
I believe I'm very inspiring.
We would have to figure out some abilities, but sure, it could happen at some point, someday.